right, let's move on to progress check 4. Understanding how do you know how much you can afford? So, if you have a job, you know what you make each month. This is called your monthly income. Remember, income is money received for working or from other investments or other sources. You also know what you must pay each month for rent and other fixed expenses. Remember, we talked about fixed and variable expenses. The difference between your income and the fixed expenses shows what's left for variable expenses. So, as you can see, income minus fixed expenses equal variable expenses. In other words, you subtract your fixed income from your income. What's left is what you can save or spend on things you want. So we're going to start. So what I would do now is take a little break from the video and go to progress check number 4, part A. Here are 5 people and what their income is. The chart also lists what the fixed expenses are for each person. Your job is to figure out what the variables expenses are for each person. So here you go. It lists each person, how much they make, their fixed expenses, and then you can figure out their variable expenses. All right, let's go back after you finished all that. So how do you buy something you can't afford? What do you do when you want to buy something big? There is no way you can pay for it for the money you have for the variable expenses. And you certainly can't pay for it from the money you put away for your fixed expenses. You have to save for it. To figure out how you can save for it, you add up your fixed expenses plus your variable expenses. That equals your outgo. Remember, outgo is the money you paid out for your expenses. Then you subtract your income from your outgo. That's your extra money or the money you can save. So let's say in order to figure out, let's say you want to buy a video game player that costs $350. And you know how much you make extra. Remember, we did the income minus the outgo equals your extra money. So then you would divide the number of months it would take you to make. So number of months, I will fix that. The item divided by the number of months equals how much you have to save. I will fix that when I have the PowerPoint for you. So here we go. So let's say you want to buy a video game player that costs $350 and you want to buy it in 4 months. That's when it comes out. So you would need to divide $350 divided by 4, which gave you 87.50. So in order to buy that video game player in 4 months, you would need to save $87.50 each month to buy the video game player in 4 months. So let's go back to our progress check. So I want you to answer these questions about Thomas wants to buy a remote control car for $350 in 3 months. How much would Thomas have to save per month? So remember, you would divide the cost of the item divided by the number of months equals the total, how much you would need to save. All right, that's your assignment for now. Get going.